Former Bolsonaro minister arrested over January 8 assault, Brazil media.
Here's a summary of the article.
A former minister in the government of defeated Brazilian ex-president Jair Bolsonaro was arrested early Saturday, local media reported, in connection with the sacking of government buildings. A Supreme Court judge announced Friday that Bolsonaro will be included in an investigation into the origins of the sacking, which was sparked by anger at the far-right leader's election defeat to President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva. Erson Torres, who was Bolsonaro's last justice minister, was arrested when he arrived in Brasilia from the United States, where both he and his former boss were at the time of the attempted insurrection. Lula's new justice minister Flavio Dino, who replaced Torres, said Friday the authorities would give his predecessor until Monday to return to Brazil, or face extradition. The new minister also confirmed the discovery at Torres' home of a draft decree proposing emergency steps for the possible correction of the October election that Lula won by a razor-thin margin. The undated and unsigned draft bears Bolsonaro's name at the bottom, but Dino said the authorship was unknown. Published in the Folha de S. Paulo newspaper late Thursday, the document foresees the creation of an election regulation commission to take over the electoral oversight functions of the Superior Electoral Court.
This post received a score of 4,200, with an upvote ratio of 97%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
An arrest already? I thought you had to wait a couple of years at least.
It's not a definitive detention. Depending on the investigations, he could wait for his sentence out of jail. In Brazil, you can't pay your sentence before all the appeals are judged. But his current detention is pre-trial, to secure the integrity of investigations and keep public order. If his trial drags, he will be freed, because this pre-trial detention can't be held indefinitely. Sorry for eventual translations not properly localized. Closing parenthesis.
I don't understand this. How is it possible to arrest and hold traitors accountable? What wizardry is this?
A draft order formalizing the coup was found in the former minister's house. There is much speculation as to why the order wasn't issued. Some people are pointing that a bomb was planted in a gas truck in Brasilia's airport by a Bolsonaro supporter and the bomb didn't explode because the driver saw it and called the police when he came to work. It's very possible that this terrorist attack, if it went through, would be used by Bolsonaro's government as an excuse to actually issue the order in the name of ensuring order and safety.
The similarities between Trump and Bolsonaro are uncanny. There have to be more cases of this happening around the world, right? Except there is probably a much greater chance of justice being served in Brazil than here. They take that stuff more seriously than that gimp Garland.
Wow, they're moving swiftly, almost like it should be taken seriously. Imagine that.
He will probably open his mouth now and bring Bolsonaro with him.
I can already taste the tears of rage from his followers.
Bolsonaro.
Meanwhile, Merrick Garland and his special prosecutor continue to allow traitors and seditionists to live in luxury and continue planning their next insurrection. Trump and company should be waiting in jail with no bail while the investigation continues.
As an American, you can just do that?
They make it seem so simple.
It is simple in developed countries.
Wow, maybe we need a few pointers here in the US.
You mean there's absolutely no reason to wait several years?
Why can't we do this? Go after the people who actually incited it? It's ridiculously soft to only arrest the plebeians.
Because Biden is a spineless centrist more concerned with looking bipartisan than doing what is right.
First fact I see.
Brazil seems to have more guts than the US.
Brazil have Lula as president now. Last time he was president, he had to buy another presidential plane because the older one couldn't take off with the weight of his tungsten balls.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.